Hey guys, it's Ishani, aka Total Makeup Junkie 101. So today I'm going to be doing a haul and review on the new Flower Cosmetics by Drew Barrymore. I know this has been blowing up all over YouTube. If you guys haven't heard of it, Drew Barrymore came out with a new Flower Cosmetics line, and it's available at Walmart. And I was actually not super excited about the line, to be honest. Like, when it first came out, I didn't even go and get anything. It has been out for probably a good month now. I wasn't like stalking my Walmart store or anything like that, but after seeing some other people's reviews and comments on the products, I was like, you know what? I kind of want to try them. I kind of want to see what they're about. They are on the more expensive side of drugstore makeup, especially at Walmart. Most of the products ranged between $6 to $9. So, I mean, they're not like extremely expensive, but for being at Walmart, they're not really cheap. The line is incredibly big. Drew Barrymore and her team went all out because there are so many products. There was a good like 4 or 5 foundations, a whole bunch of nail polishes, a whole bunch of different types of lip products. There are everything from lip butters to velvet lipsticks, glossy lipsticks, lip glosses. There's like everything. If you guys are looking for any type, they even have BB creams, and it's insane. There is a ton of stuff. Now, unfortunately, I know not every Walmart store got the entire line, so I would recommend checking on walmart.com and seeing if your local store has everything. I had to do that search because the Walmart that's closest to me actually didn't get in the line at all, so I had to check, and I had to drive out like 40 minutes to find the next closest Walmart. Now, the stuff I'm going to be showing here are mainly lip products. I got one eye product, one cheek product, and some nail polishes, but for the most part, I got a lot of lip products, and that is because the lip products were firstly the most attractive to me. I'm all into the lip products right now, so I was like, ooh, I want to try that, and I want to try this, and I want to try that. I didn't get any of the foundations because, first off, I couldn't find a good color match for my skin tone. I found a lot of the darker shades of foundation were very pink toned, and I'm yellow toned, so I didn't even venture into that department. So I guess let's just start off with the review. The first products I got are some of her lip butters, and these I've heard rave reviews about on YouTube, which is why I got 2 of them when I saw them. The first one I got is called Sheer Snapdragon, and this one is really pretty. It's a really nice kind of neutral, it's like a neutral pinky rose color. And then the other one I got is called Wispy Wisteria, which I was immediately attracted to because it's a bright, hot pink. So now, before we get too much into the review, let me talk about the packaging of the lip butters. I think it's adorable. Yes, it is a little bulky and it's a little big for what it is, but I love the overall concept of it. I love the fact that the whole line colors are a white with the rose gold accents. I think that's gorgeous. And I love the tinted cap. Yeah, it's not an accurate representation of the actual color, but I just think it's cute. I think it looks cute. Now, as for the 2 lip butters I got, the funny thing is they're both complete polar opposites. The Sheer Snapdragon is gorgeous. It's very opaque, and it's very creamy and really nice pigmentation. However, the Wispy Wisteria one, the pink one I got, I was really excited about that one. And this one turned out to be more of a very sheer tinted lip balm. Here are swatches of the 2. So this one here is Sheer Snapdragon, and this is Wispy Wisteria. This is like 2 swipes of Sheer Snapdragon, and this is like 10 swipes of Wispy Wisteria. So you can see, you can build the color up. That's a really pretty kind of jelly pinkish color. It is possible to build up the color of the Wispy Wisteria, but it's kind of unfortunate that the consistency of the 2 isn't exactly the same. And one thing I do have to note about these is, even though, yeah, they're not, it's a lip butter, so it's not claiming to be long wearing. It's basically just supposed to be a tint of color with some hydration and stuff, which it does provide. But I do want to mention that these transfer like no other, and they're not meant to be transfer resistant, so I'm not docking them for that. I just want to let you guys know, if I had one of these on and I took a sip of soda from the can, and literally all of my lip product transferred from my lip to the soda can. So Just letting you know, it's like a tattoo. Literally, you'll like kiss something or you'll put your lips on a drink or something and your lip product will move directly from your lips to that product. So just warning you guys about that. Okay guys, then I got 2 of the lipsticks, and there are 2 different formulations of lipstick. There's the velvet lipstick and the glossy lipstick. So they come in 2 different types of packaging like this. Overall, I love the lipstick packaging. I think it's super, super cute, nice and sleek, and it does have the exact color of the lipstick on the bottom, which I really love. So the glossy lipsticks come in the black packaging, and kind of the velvety lipsticks come in the white packaging. Okay, so we'll start with the velvet lipstick that comes in packaging like this. This is called the Kiss Stick Luxury Lip Color, and I got the shade Tender Tuberose. Now, I thought this color was super, super gorgeous, and it actually really is. It's a really gorgeous lipstick on your lips. Now this shade goes on really nicely. It just goes onto your lips, melts into your lips super, super nicely. The funny thing is I've heard really negative reviews about the velvet lipsticks overall, and that's making me think that the shade selection once again is kind of inconsistent. Like the lip butters I got, one of them was really good, one of them I wasn't so impressed with. So that's making me think these lipsticks are the same way. The shade in Tender Tuberose I love. I think it's great for a velvet lipstick. It goes on really nicely. It's not super drying. It doesn't last very long, but I wasn't really expecting it to last like all night or anything. It lasted maybe about 3-4 hours or so before I needed to touch it up. And you can just see the swatch of that is really nice. It is a really pretty rosy pink color with just the slightest hint of a sheen. It's really not glossy at all. Then for the glossy lipstick that comes in packaging like this is also called the Kiss Stick Luxury Lip Color, and I got the shade Ginger Lily. Now this shade, in my opinion, is one of the most gorgeous, almost like a neutral toned coral shade. It's not super bright and vivid, but it's just a really nice wearable coral. I think it'll be gorgeous in the spring and summer months. And there is a swatch of that one. You can just see how beautiful it swatches, and this is a really, really nice lipstick, I do have to say. I kind of love it. It's really opaque. It glides on super smoothly. It does have the slightest bit of gloss. It's not quite as glossy as I thought it would be. I mean, you can just see it does have a sheen to it, but I was expecting it to almost, I guess, kind of be like the lip butters, just really, really glossy, which it isn't, but it's a really nice, fairly hydrating, not overly hydrating, but it's just a really nice lipstick, really pigmented. I would probably go out and get more shades of this one. I have heard good things about this line overall, and the shade Ginger Lily is really nice. Okay, continuing on with lip products, I got 2 of the lip glosses, and there were a whole line of lip glosses, super, super gorgeous colors, but I got the 2 that I thought were the most wearable, and they kind of coincide with the lipsticks I got, and I did that on purpose. The shades I got are Pretty-in-Petunia, which is this gorgeous coral color, and Lovely Lotus, which is like this almost purpley rose color. So the applicator is just a traditional doe foot applicator. Now overall, I do actually really enjoy these lip glosses. The Lovely Lotus one is a little sheer for my lips, but if you're looking for a nice, almost like a just kind of like that popsicle-y stain look, it is really pretty. I think it would show up a lot more on people with less pigmented lips. And this coral one, this one once again is called Pretty-in-Petunia, is beautiful, nicely pigmented, and here are the swatches of those 2. You can see the coral one is just stunning, and the pink one does have pigmentation to it, but it doesn't show up as much on my lips. These aren't really sticky, but they are a little tacky. They almost remind me of the L'Oreal, the Shine Caress lip glosses, or like the YSL glossy stains. I did a video on those if you remember. They kind of somewhat remind me of that, maybe not quite as tacky, and these don't set, like they don't dry down like those do, but they're almost like that jelly type finish. They're kind of reminiscent of that. They don't stain your lips, they don't claim to stain your lips, but they are a good all around, just a nice lip gloss. Alright, moving on to eye products. I only got 1 eye product, and it was a mascara. She did have some eyeshadow quads. I think there were 3 of them. None of them appealed to me. There were some like cream eyeshadows. also didn't interest me at all. The only thing I was like, you know what, I'll try this is the Flower Mascara. This is the Extreme Measures Lengthening Mascara. There was another mascara in a green tube, but that one had a natural bristle brush, which I don't like as much. This one has a really nice rubber bristled brush. The shape of the brush almost reminds me of the Buxom Lash by Bare Essentials. It's kind of in that same shape overall, so I had high hopes for this. I have to say I like it. I don't love it. I find that I really like my CoverGirl Clump Crusher mascara a lot more than this one. I reach for that one a lot more than I do this one. This is nice. I do have it on today. It's not bad. It doesn't clump. It somewhat lengthens. It doesn't volumize really at all. I find it's an okay mascara. I wouldn't repurchase, but I will use it up. So I'm kind of like so-so. I'm like on the fence. I don't love it. I won't repurchase, but I will use it up. Okay, the next product I got is a cheek product, and this is the cream blush, and this is in the shade Elegant Azalea. Now, she did have some blush duos. It came with like a blush and a bronzer duo, and I was gonna get one of those. I heard really good things about those, but the thing is I don't use bronzer, so it would kind of be a waste for me to get a blush and bronzer duo if I'm not going to use the bronzer half of it. So I decided to go this way. I wanted to try the cream blush instead. These are really tiny. I do have to say, extremely small packaging. You can just see compared to my hand, it's tiny. That's kind of a good and bad thing. For the price, I think this was about $8. It is kind of pricey for how much you get, because you don't get that much in here. But at the same time, it is nice and convenient for travel, so I can see kind of both sides to it. I believe this was also the darkest shade, once again, Elegant Azalea. It's a really pretty rosy pinky color. It almost reminds me of the lipstick that I got and even the sheer Snapdragon lip butter that I got. It's a really nice cream blush. If you guys are looking for a cream blush, this one is really nice. I do have to admit, kind of pricey, but it goes on really nicely. It blends into the skin, even over powder. Blends in flawlessly, doesn't get patchy. It's really nicely pigmented, and it lasts a long time. I actually mainly use this as a base for my powder blush, so I put this on top of my, after I set my foundation, I put this and then I top it with a powder blush just for extra staying power, but I find this cream blush alone does stay pretty nicely. I don't know if I'm going to go out and get any of the other shades, because I think there were only like 3 other ones, and those happen to be pretty light colors. But I am happy with the one I bought. And then the last products that I got are nail polishes, and I actually ended up getting 5 of the nail polishes because A, I'm a nail polish junkie, nail polish hoarder, and B, the colors were really pretty. Not the most unique colors out on the market, I will admit to that. I probably have a lot of colors similar to these, but the formulation of these are a dream to work with. The first one I got, this is in Gorgeous, oh gosh, Gorgeous Gerbera. I'm probably saying that wrong, but this is the most beautiful peachy pink. I had this on my fingernails for a good like 4 days, like a week ago, and then I have this on my toes right now because I love it so much. Then I got this gray, and this is in the shade Go with the Flower. Then I got this bright orange yellow color, almost reminds me of like an egg yolk or something. I know that sounds gross, but it's a really pretty color. This is called Eye of the Tiger Lily. Then I got this beautiful cream teal color, and this one is called Good Buddy. And then the last one I got is this dark, almost like an oxblood reddy dark color, and this is called Venus Flytrap. Overall, the nail polishes are great. I really love them. The formula is phenomenal. All of them get opaque in 2 coats. They just go on super nicely. Really nice formulation, and I think these were only like $4 too, so really good formulation for the price. So that is everything. I hope you guys enjoyed this review on the Flower line. I hope it was helpful to you guys. My top favorite picks from the line would probably be the nail polishes, as well as the luxury lip color in the shade Ginger Lily. This is a really nice everyday lip color. And then the things I wasn't super impressed with would probably be be the lip butters and the mascara. They're nice products, but they're not things that I would repurchase. So that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you guys very, very soon. Bye!